All right, guys, it's Josh with Bull Rogues, and we're here with Alejandro Cruz, back from the Jacksonville Regionals. And you got what place?
10th place.
What'd you play today?
I played Mekk-knight Invoked.
Mekk-knight Invoked?
Yeah.
In 2020.
Yeah,
all right.
Best deck.
Best deck. Heck yes. All right. Anything you want to say before we get right into it?
Not really. Let's just get started.
All right, cool. Let's get right on into it.
All right, so obviously you're playing Invoked, so you play triple Alistair. You want to max out on this. This is literally the bread and butter of your whole deck. Even just drawing multiples, while it might be a brick for the first round, or for the first turn, like it's pretty good, just follow up. Obviously that's the only Invoke monster you can play main deck. For the Mekk-knights, there's different ratios, but I do triple purple, double blue, one indigo, and one yellow. This is usually the correct ratio for me. The yellow kind of swaps out for either yellow or red, or most likely not being played at all. The yellow is pretty phenomenal for me though, being able to pop some scales with like my Lunalight opponents, stuff like that. Make sure that they couldn't extend any further past my turn. But
yeah, what I'm noticing is that this is actually a lot smaller of a ratio than most Mekk-knight Invoke builds.
Yeah,
usually
like,
I see like 3 blue sky and then like double eclipse.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah, I don't really like more than 2 blue. Like the blue can only obviously be summoned once per turn. His effect, like you can usually resolve it for 3 at most, and then past that, like you don't really want to see it more than like 2 of it in your hand.
Gotcha.
So I just always play 3-2-1-1. Sometimes 3-2-1, but this ratio was perfect for me.
All right.
For hand traps, I played triple Ash Blossom, double Phantasme, and double Crow. I decided to play these because this was the most generic hand trap that would hit everything in the meta, and I wouldn't have to worry about like being too over prepared for one matchup or another. Phantasme was in here not only just to like fix my hands, but like giving me another body to continue into extra deck plays like Cross Sheep, Alistair the Invoker Madness, etc. Plus fixing some bad hands against any deck that summons a link monster is pretty good. Some like just punish them for linking. And then 2 Crow. It hits literally like every deck in the match or in the format. You have Spiral, Luna, Salad.
Yeah, Crow is
like
really good right now.
Yeah,
Just
so honestly, I might bump this up to 3. I'm not sure yet. I think I need to do some testing, but I definitely love this hand trap ratio, at least for the monster wise.
Gotcha.
The last 3 monsters I played were 2 Gamma Seal main and 1 Pankratops. Pankratops, obviously, it's
so good.
Yeah, so like, split. I like the Pankratops main. Obviously, it's a one of. It just, you see it, and it might as well just be like your 8th Mekk-knight at a certain extent. And then Gamma Seal, I think this card is super slept on. Like, just every board right now puts up some sort of like any monster that you just want to like just get rid of. So against like Spiral, you get rid of like the Appaloosa, the Trigate, maybe the Phoenix or worst case, and now you just deal with the sleeper. Against Luna, you kaiju their Lambda, and now their Gamma's dead, and they just have a redoer. You just attack. It's a really good piece of removal that people can't really respond to, especially when you have like that main phase priority. So I definitely love the kaijus for my regional. It was phenomenal. Like,
People
I
just
did
don't
not
expect it. Just dropping it on people.
Oh,
You
yeah.
see a look of dread in their eyes.
Yeah,
I
like they don't
swear.
know what to do. Like you literally just disassemble like half their board with just 1 kaiju. It's insane. That's it for the monsters. It's 20 monsters.
20 monsters. Sorry.
For my spells, I max out on triple Magical Meltdown and triple Invocation. Some people play 2 of this. I bounce back between 2 and 3. I like 3 just because I like seeing it in my hand, especially if they negate my Alistair with like an Impermanence or an Ash or anything like that, and I have it in hand. It's like, joke's on you. I'm still going to Fusion Summon. Plus, Magical Meltdown is probably one of the most abusable cards in this deck, just because of the fact that your opponent can't respond to anything on your Fusion Summons. So doing stuff like summoning a monster and then like chaining Twin Twisters to pop and they can't respond is just super insane. Against my Luna opponent, I had a Pankratops on field and I summoned a Raijin, and I booked one of his monsters and popped his redoer, and he could not respond with it. And it was literally, it was game for him. He was not doing anything after that.
Wow. Yeah.
It was
So
pretty good.
it definitely the 3 invocation is what you like. You don't prefer the 2.
Yeah, it's not only also because of that, it's because I play Desires, and the last thing I want is to banish 2. Most of the time, if I can resolve Alistair and search 1, like, yeah, that's cool. But I just don't want the risk of banishing all 3 and then being, like, having no play.
That's fair. That's a legitimate fear.
Yeah.
Alright.
Other than these, I played triple instant fusion. I don't usually play 3. I play 2 most of the time, but I wanted a 40th card and I don't want it to be upstart since I'm an OTK deck. But the triple instant fusion was good enough. I drew it like both 2 copies in one hand at one time, but it wasn't too bad. That's the reason why I play 2 is because I want to avoid that since it's once per turn. But it's okay at 3. I might continue playing it at 3. Other than that, there's 5 more spells. I played double desires, just draw power, being able to just normal summon Alistair, search invocation, summon a blue, and then just banish 10, draw 2. It's really powerful. We play the 2 mind control just because we want to take anything. Yeah, like this card's insane. Like my deck breaks your board, and if you survive somehow, I'm gonna make sure you can't play for the rest of the turn or for the rest of the duel. So this card's broken, and then obviously we play the 1 terraforming to search the magical meltdown. We want as many Alistair as we can. Yeah. That's it for the spells. It's 14 spells. Yeah, and then my last 6 cards, it's 6 traps. I played triple infinite impermanence and triple evenly match in main. This card clears every board, whether it's a trap board, a combo board, monsters, anything like that. And it's just so generic that like there's no reason for me not to play it, especially in my going second.
Just wins
deck.
most games.
Oh yeah,
in and of itself. Right?
Yeah, like if they negate it and like I can continue playing after like next turn, like I'm perfectly okay with that. As long as I can like take control of the game within that point, I'm 100% okay with them negating it. But other than that, when this resolves, I usually won.
Especially in a spiral heavy meta.
Oh yeah, exactly. This was the reason why Spiral was really the reason why I mained this card. But also just because I don't want to lose to a back row deck of like summoning Alistair and they judgment me and I lose. But yeah, this card was phenomenal this weekend, like no doubt.
All right.
So that's it. 40 card main deck. I guess we'll go on to the extra deck now.
All right.
Tokens.
So
we played a Almirage. This is one of the best monsters that have ever been introduced for this deck. Being able to normal summon your Alistair, search your invocation, and then link this into it. Having fire target and be able to build yourself a column for your Mekk-knights is really powerful.
Makes Trio infinitely better.
Yeah. Best thing too is like against Spiral, you could keep this on your field, summon an Invoked monster to it, and then just keep this on field. And let's say like they're doing a backup play where they go tough, like you can chain this, make sure that it's protected, and then just keep your Makaba or your Raijin, whatever you have, for the rest of the turn, for being protected from card effects. So it's pretty good. The other link one I have is a Secure Gardener. This is literally just a light to
just
summon
to make
Makaba.
Mekaba?
Yeah. Like people making me go first. Like if I can open Alistair and I can search the invocation, I'm making a Mekaba under 5 summons, and I don't have to worry about being Nibiru'd, and I just have a follow up for next turn. So this card's really good. I think only one time was I not able to make Makaba because they crowed my Alistair on an invocation, but even then I somehow still won that game. It was pretty good. For Link 2s, I play Cross Sheep. This monster is just absolutely broken. Not really broken, but he's so powerful. Like being able to activate instant fusion, summon 1,000 Eyes, take your opponent's monster, and then summon any other monster.
Just make
this
a link 4 and stuff.
Yeah, like just fusion summon to it, summon the 1,000 Eyes, and take another one. Like this card literally just says summon 1,000 Eyes twice and make like a link 4. It's really good. Like I made it I think twice, and then only one of those times I summoned a 1,000 Eyes. The other time I summoned like a hand trap. And just made an Appaloosa for 3 for free. It's just such a good card. Like I love this card. Obviously we play the Invoker of Madness. He's
only a 1-of.
Yeah, I don't really see the point of playing 2. Most of the time if I'm summoning this card, it's because I'm gonna kill you this turn. I usually try and keep the Cross Sheep for like Appaloosa Borreload plays to like keep myself in the game, while Alistair is more for just like you're gonna die this turn and I hope you have a way to stop me.
All right.
For last link 2, we play a Phoenix, and the only link 3 is a Unicorn. Just generic removal, just in case like we get crossed up, and like in a Cross Sheep, if I can't make a link 4, I'll make a Unicorn spin something back that's problematic and probably just OTK them anyway because this guy's already big.
Pretty standard 9th banner package.
Yeah.
And you don't play the IP?
No, I tried it. I played it instead of a Raijin at first, and it was cool because I was able to make a cross sheep and an IP, and then be able to just make an Appaloosa for 2, an Avermax, stuff like that. It was pretty cool, but I wanted to make sure that I could set up on just these and go second with them rather than just set up an IP, because I feel like it's just too vulnerable in this deck. Just being able summon a monster
Especially when you're
battle
going
phase attack.
second, trying to break boards rather than make boards, you know?
Yeah, so I'd rather just keep it like that. IP is, I played with it a little bit. I think it's interesting, but it might be a card to test again.
All right.
For the last links, I play a Borreload. This is literally here to out Sleeper, Avermaxes, other Borreloads if they came up. Just anything that I can't really beat over without there being a problem. It's mainly really for Avermax because that card's just such a pain.
He's the best spot removal you could ever ask for.
Yeah, it's so it's just so clean. Plus with cross sheep, just being able to make it for free with 3 monsters, it's might as well play it.
Yeah.
And obviously Boral Sword, which is just OTK the dragon.
Death.
Yeah,
OTK
literally
your
just
extra deck.
attack, die. And then the last monster I played was an Appaloosa. This is usually what I made off the cross sheet. Just against my solid opponent, I started off with just a Mekka and a purple Nightfall, and I ended on my second turn. I ended on Appaloosa for 3, a Macabre, and a Raijin, and I said go ahead, and he just scooped. He couldn't do anything.
Yeah. Wow. I can imagine.
Yeah, it's I like this card. I think I'll keep it in for now until it just becomes too much of a hassle to make, and it just makes me neg in the process. But
in the meantime, with cross sheep, it seems pretty viable.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's it for the links. The last 6 monsters I played are obviously fusions. So I played 1000 Eyes, instant fusion, take a monster, sounds free.
Going second.
Yeah,
days.
just free cross sheep, summon it back. Yeah, absolutely.
Spot removal.
Yeah. So that's the only instant fusion target I play. I didn't really instant fusion Caliga or Raijin out. I usually just hard made these. This card is really good against anything monster related. Being able to just lock out the battle phase, lock out any monster effects.
I see a lot of people actually taking the Caliga out.
Yeah, I honestly don't know why, because if I play you play against Lunalight and they summon a chick, they use her chick effect. That's it. What else can they do? They can only use one redoer effect. I just think it's too clutch to keep in. It's also just a stun boss monster that if they can get over, they got it, and they have to slow down at my pace to get over this card.
And you say that Raijin was more important than the IP in your opinion?
See, I don't know, because I go back and forth on a Raijin. Raijin comes out in and out of my deck, whether depending on what I'm playing. So now that I'm playing the Appaloosa, I thought, oh, Raijin's a good target. Droll is now in the format, which also kind of hurts my deck. So I might as well just be able to make a Raijin and book an opponent's monster and just say pass. So I don't know. He might come out. The only card that I think I might have replaced him with was Ding. Just because it did come up twice where I would have made a Dingirsu with a Mekk-knight Purple Nightfall and Indigo Eclipse, and it would have gotten rid of a monster and I could have attacked for game instead of a Raijin. But I don't know, it definitely might come out, but so it treated me well for that regional for sure.
All right.
The last one's obviously Purgatrio, the Invoked Boral Sword. He gains 200 for every card, attacks for a lot, and being able to stack Alistairs on him is just beautiful. Sometimes you don't even need to make Moral Sword. I was able to
OTK is piercing for days.
Yeah, normal summon Alistair effect and then just attack, pass. The last 2, and then obviously the last 2 is just 2 Macabre. This monster is amazing. He just negates anything by discarding the same type of card you have, and I honestly wouldn't play more than 2. I think 2 is very sufficient. You shouldn't be going into more than 2 of these for sure.
All right. So before we go into side deck and everything, you actually brought up a really interesting thing that I need to ask about. You said that Droll hurts your deck.
Yeah, so it's kind of hard to play through because you have, obviously, I have Desires, I have Meltdown, I have Alistair. If I'm playing against Spiral or anything like that, obviously I'll try and play around Droll. Like if I have to summon the Alistair first and activate his effect to get the invocation, like I'll try to. But like searching Meltdown or activating Meltdown, searching Alistair, and then getting Drolled really hurts if you don't have the invocation in hand. That's also kind of a reason why I play 3 invocation, just because like
if they end up drawing you in, especially because people are like starting to main Drolls now.
Yeah, exactly. So like it's so much helpful. It's just so helpful.
All right. So your side deck.
Yeah. So side deck. Obviously, I was kind of afraid of Spiral, and like Droll right now just kind of attacks most decks. Honestly, like even against Lunalight, like they can't add off like their perfumes, their tankies, stuff like that.
Yeah. As soon as the format changed, it was like a snap. Everyone's playing Droll.
Yeah.
Because
like,
everyone realized.
Absolutely.
Too good.
Yeah, this card treated me very well. Like I even played a mirror, and he activated Meltdown, Drolled, and he passed, and I was able to kill him because he didn't see a Droll back. So it was this card was phenomenal. I didn't see it every game, but like when I did, like it just shut down too many plays. The other, so I played 3 Nibiru as well. This card,
3.
yeah.
So I see a lot of people cut this to 2.
Yeah, I was kind of hesitant on playing on 3. I usually play it on 2, but I was testing a theory to see if like what would happen if we kind of but sided 3 ofs, because I usually side 2 ofs. I love 2 ofs. I don't know, 3 ofs, because when I see them in my hand and there's multiples,
You definitely don't want to see multiple.
Yeah, no.
I always end up seeing like 2 evenly matched, and then I have to hope they're going to judgment the first one. For
Yeah, exactly. Like, I just don't want, like, I wanted to test it. It was okay. Like, luckily I didn't get screwed over by variants or anything like that, and I just saw like 1 every now and then. But yeah, like I'd probably go back to 2, but so far like the 3s, like I haven't seen too much problem with it.
It doesn't seem too bad because your only real draw power is the
desires. Yeah.
So.
Like, yeah, if I was playing like the spellbook engine or something like that, maybe it'd be different, but I'm okay with it because I'll probably banish a copy or 2 anyway.
Okay.
For the spells, I played triple Dark Ruler.
Hits everything.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Any combo deck that I don't want to deal with, use Dark Ruler them. While you can't kill them, that's fine. Like I'll still just attack all their monsters and either make an Appaloosa or a Borload, anything. Like just to stop them from having their next turn. Like Makaba is also just like the best boss monster to end on when they have like to recover their whole field back. So.
Oscuro nomás.
Yeah, I love how I love my Spanish cards, my foreign cards.
Alright.
The last 2 spells I played 2 Twin. This will become Lightning Storm along with like the 1 of Red Reboot. I just got those today, so like obviously I couldn't play them at the regional, but it's treated me well. Like I hit a Waking the Dragon at the regional, which kind of sucked, but other than that, like it did me pretty well, so I can't complain about that.
All right.
And then the last 3 of that I play is Different Dimension Ground. I usually don't play a going first play. I think a real going first play in your side deck is kind of wrong in this deck, but I wanted to side something for when people see, they see Invoked, yeah, you're going first, like no doubt.
Yeah.
So I decided to play that. This card was amazing. Like it stopped Spiral. It stopped a Lunalight deck from playing. Like normal chick, I activated DDG and he passed. Like so, it treated me pretty well. But that's the side deck.
All right.
See you guys.
Awesome.
So that's it. Anything else for us? Any shout outs?
Yeah. Oh my God, I have I have a lot. So shout out to Team Oblivion, obviously. Thank you for giving me the opportunity, to shine and represent you guys at like regionals, any event, anything like that. It's probably like Team Oblivion and just Oblivion games in general is like the best family I have far from home. Not even far from home, but still, like they've treated me right. I've always been happy, and like they're just great people. Like I have no complaints with them. And then shout out to the Shalom Squad, Sebastian, Michael, and Steven. They really are the reason why I drive myself to continue playing, even on my like lowest points. And other than that, like everyone else in the Tampa community, I think we have a great community. Like everyone's pretty chill, and while we might have our ups and downs and whatnot, who doesn't, right? And overall, like we know in the end we're all a big family, so that's about it, honestly.
All right. Thanks, Alejandro.
No problem.
I hope you guys have a great day. Remember to like and subscribe down below.